Rachel, I'm going to get you to help me with this one. You guys are just here to keep me honest. And I don't have one of these special magic. You'll understand later why I'm asking this. There's no extra decks of cards, no extra cards laying around here, anything like that. So this is probably going to be my last trick because I think I'm about the time anyways. But I really wanted to share this one with you guys. I do a lot of card tricks. Card tricks are really fun. I like sleight of hand. I like the move monkey stuff. It's the closest I get to juggling. So the magic I like the most, the card tricks are all very visual. They're very tricks for your eyes. I love the tricks that are for your mind, because to me that's where the real magic happens. It happens in your mind. So I wanted to do, I was like, how can I do a card trick that really just happens in your mind? And one of my favorite magicians, a man named Joshua Jay, talks about an experience he had where he was doing a show and he's doing tricks for a bunch of people at like a walk around type thing. And a guy comes up and goes, hey, after this, can you do a trick for her? He's like, that's kind of weird because I'm doing tricks for everybody. Well, it turns out the woman he wanted to do a trick for was blind. It's like, well, how can I do a card trick for somebody that's blind? Because, I can't really like have you pick a card, or even if I could get your hands on the deck, you wouldn't know what card to pick. And so he talks about this like a really interesting thing. It's like, how do you make the magic of a card trick happen without the visuals, without it being in your eyes, but truly just in your mind? So, Rachel, what I'm going to have you do in a second, I'm going to have you think of a card. I'm not going to have you pick one out or anything, but I don't want you to do it yet. First, I want you to think of a number. Do you have a number in mind? And then I want you to think of a suit. Do you have a suit? So you've got a number and a suit. You can remember those together or separately, whatever way is easier for you. So great. So you have a card in your mind. That's the only place that card exists. I don't know what it is, which is as it should be. The problem is, for this to be entertaining for the rest of them, they need to know what your card is. But I don't want to have you write it down because they'll think I'm peeking, which I could. I don't want to have you like whisper it because they might think I could hear, which I can't, I'm deaf, but they might suspect. So I've come up with a way for you to code to everyone else here and on the cameras what cards you have. So you're right-handed, so hold your left hand out for me. Hold the deck like that, put your right hand on top. Hold it just like that. So what I'm going to have you do, in a second I'm going to put this blindfold on, and I'm going to have you deal as quietly as possible whatever your value is. So say you're thinking of a 3, you would deal 1, 2, 3 cards in a pile, and then put the rest of the deck right on top, erasing the evidence. So that way they'll all be able to see what the value of your card is, but afterwards I won't. Does that make sense? All right, I'm going to put this on. Don't mess with me.
Can you see through that?
No, do you want to check it out?
I would like to. Okay.
It's a normal standard blindfold like you could find in bedrooms all across America. All right. Rachel, whenever you're ready. And do try to do it quiet. I don't want to try to hear the snapping of the cards or anything like that. And everybody here, just give me a round of applause or let me know when she's done.
Maybe we should make some noise too. So.
Done?
Hear the notes.
Okay, well,
4, 7, 16. 3.
Okay.
So now, if we think about what happened, you've thought of a card, you know the value, everyone else here knows the value, now you need to let them know the suit. So we're going to do something very similar, so I want you to pick the cards up in your left hand again, and this time, if the card you're thinking of is a club, I want you to deal 1 card, and then put the deck on top. If it's a heart, I want you to deal 2 cards, if it's a spade, 3 cards, and if it's a diamond, 4 cards, and then put the deck on top. Is that clear? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead. You think with the mask I'd be used to this by now, but I'm not. All right. Can you set the cards out here somewhere? Or guide me to? Oh, there. Thank you. Perfect. All right. So now if we think about what's happened, you've thought of a card. I didn't make you pick a card or anything like that. You just thought of this, and you've now been able to communicate what that card is to everyone else in a way that I can't possibly know. So now I'm going to try, just by feel, I'm going to try to figure out what your card is. I really should have like background music for this part of this. This feels good to me. You're still here, right? You're gonna leave?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna place this one card here. All right. I'm locked in. I think I've got this. Is the card that you're thinking of the 7 of spades?
Yes.
It is the 7 of spades?
Yes.
The card that was only in your mind is the 7 of spades. Is this card the 7 of spades?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Now that seems, I can't hear them, but you guys seem pretty impressed with that. I hear the get. But the problem is, this is still a trick for your eyes, right? It's not a trick for your mind. And I really want this to be a trick for your mind. And what makes this a trick for your mind is, even though it seems like I pulled this 7 of spades that you just thought of out of a deck of cards, there is no deck of cards. Truly, no deck of cards.